Question 6. What is the term for a CPU heatsink without a fan? A. Active. B. DEP. C. Integrated GPU. D. Passive. Correct answer D. Passive. A passive heatsink is a cooling device that does not use any moving parts like a fan. It relies on natural convection and radiation to dissipate heat from the CPU. Passive cooling is usually made of metal, like aluminum or copper, with fins to increase surface area. It is silent but less effective at cooling than active heatsinks, so it's generally used in low-power systems. Why the other options are incorrect? A. Active. An active heatsink has a fan or other moving part to help with cooling. This is the opposite of a passive heatsink. B. DEP. DEP is a security feature in operating systems and CPUs that prevents code from running in certain memory areas. It has nothing to do with cooling or heatsinks. C. Integrated GPU. An integrated GPU, graphics processing unit, is a graphics chip built into the CPU or motherboard. It's about graphics processing, not about CPU cooling methods. Question 7. What feature of modern memory modules allows motherboards to automatically adjust the memory speed and latency to the correct values? A. SPD. B. Spinning pinwheel. C. Triple channel. D. Virtual memory. Correct answer A. SPD. SPD, Serial Presence Detect, is a small chip on modern RAM modules that stores information such as memory speed, frequency, latency, timing, voltage, manufacturer data. When the computer starts, the BIOS UEFI reads the SPD chip to automatically configure the memory settings correctly, so users don't have to enter these values manually. This ensures stable and compatible performance. Why the other options are incorrect? B. Spinning pinwheel. Spinning pinwheel is not a real computer hardware feature. It's just a visual symbol that shows up on some operating systems, especially Mac OS, when a program is loading or not responding. It has nothing to do with RAM, memory speed, or configuration. It's like a wait sign, just something the computer shows when it's busy. C. Triple channel. Triple channel refers to a memory architecture that allows 3 RAM sticks to work together for higher bandwidth. It's about performance optimization, not about detecting or setting memory speed or latency. D. Virtual memory. Virtual memory is a storage-based memory system, like using part of your hard drive or SSD to act as extra RAM. It is managed by the operating system, not the motherboard, and does not involve adjusting RAM settings. Question 8. Which type of RAM is primarily used for cache memory? A. DDR-SDRAM. B. DRAM. C. SDRAM. D. SRAM. Correct answer D. SRAM. SRAM, static RAM, is the type of memory primarily used for cache memory, such as L1, L2, and L3 cache inside or near the CPU. Why SRAM is used? Very fast access time. No need to refresh constantly, unlike DRAM, ideal for small, high-speed memory storage close to the CPU. SRAM is more expensive and takes up more space than DRAM, so it's used only in small amounts for cache, not main system memory. Why the other options are incorrect? A. DDR-SDRAM. This is the main system memory RAM in most modern computers. It's not fast enough for CPU cache, but good for large memory capacity. Needs constant refreshing. B. DRAM. DRAM is used for main memory, not cache. It is slower and needs to be refreshed frequently. C. SDRAM. This is an older type of DRAM that syncs with the system clock. It's used for main memory, not for cache. It's not as fast as SRAM. Question 9. A user's monitor is displaying incorrect colors after being moved to a new desk. The technician finds that one monitor is connected via DisplayPort, while the other is connected using VGA. After investigating the cables, the technician discovers that the VGA-connected monitor is not showing any red colors. What is the most likely cause of this issue? A. The OS installed the latest driver updates after the system was powered on. B. The PC was damaged during the move. C. The pins on the VGA cable are bent. D. The video card is overheating at the new desk. Correct answer C. The pins on the VGA cable are bent. VGA cables use analog signals transmitted through pins in the connector. Each primary color, red, green, blue, has its own pin. If the red pin is bent, missing, or not making contact, the display will lack red, causing incorrect colors, e.g., everything may look greenish or bluish. This is a common physical issue with VGA cables, especially when moved or plugged in forcefully. Why the other options are incorrect. A. The OS installed the latest driver updates after the system was powered on. Driver updates usually affect overall display functionality, not specific missing colors. If the driver were bad, both monitors, not just VGA, would likely have issues. B. The PC was damaged during the move. If the PC itself were damaged, you would expect more serious or widespread symptoms, such as the computer not turning on at all, no display output on both monitors, visual artifacts, flickering, or random crashes, problems with the system booting or freezing. In this case, only one monitor is affected, and it's the one using the VGA connection. The monitor using DisplayPort works perfectly. That strongly suggests the problem is limited to the VGA connection, not the entire PC. D. The video card is overheating at the new desk. Overheating may cause crashes or artifacts, but not specific color loss. The problem here is isolated to the VGA monitor, which points to the cable, not the GPU. Question 10. According to troubleshooting methodology, when should the confirmation of full system functionality and implementation of preventative measures occur? A. After documenting findings, actions, and outcomes. B. As the first step of the troubleshooting process. C. After implementing the solution. D. As the last step of the troubleshooting process. Correct answer C. After implementing the solution. In the CompTIA A Plus troubleshooting methodology, confirming full system functionality and implementing preventative measures is the fifth step, which occurs after the solution has been implemented, step 4, but before documentation, step 6. In order: 1. Identify the problem. 2. Establish a theory of probable cause. 3. Test the theory. 4. Establish a plan of action and implement the solution. 5. Verify full system functionality and, if applicable, implement preventative measures. 6. Document findings, actions, and outcomes. Why the other options are incorrect. A. After documenting findings, actions, and outcomes. Documentation is the final step in the troubleshooting process. You must confirm system functionality before documenting the resolution. B. As the first step of the troubleshooting process. The first step is to identify the problem, not verify functionality. D. As the last step of the troubleshooting process. The last step is documentation, not verification or prevention. Confirmation of functionality happens before you document. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more easy and fun lessons. See you next time.